Now that you have compared the illustrations in this story to actual photographs of the places where the story took place, it's time to compare the setting to the actual words in the text. The setting is very important to the plot of this story. How does the illustration help you understand more about the setting in the story? So I'm going to answer this using race. So I'm going to start by crossing out my question word how and the word does and my question mark. The illustration help you understand more about the setting in the story. I'm going to add an S to helps to help it make sense and cross out you and change it to me. The illustration helps me understand more about the setting. And then I'm going to take out in the story because it's not really needed because I know I'm talking about the story. The illustration helps me understand more about the setting because now in this case, I'm going to go ahead and start with looking at the picture. What does the picture help me understand? Well, in this picture, we see lots of mountains, there's water, desert, and there's lots of animals and people in this one. So it tells me that they are traveling through an area that has mountains. It also has a desert. So it kind of helps me visualize where they are. So the illustration helps me understand more about this setting because it shows where the merchant was traveling. Period. Now I'm going to go ahead and cite some evidence. In order to cite evidence, I'm going to have to go back and read my text. On the Silk Road, the caravan trudged over dry sand dunes, passed through steep green valleys, and braved dangerously narrow mountain paths. After a long journey, the travelers crossed the Indus River. Well, on page 94, it does tell us that they are traveling over sand dunes, in steep green valleys, and going on mountain paths. So, on page 94, it says that they traveled through deserts, mountains, and valleys. Oh, don't forget the comma before mountains. Okay, period. Now, if you notice, that's not what it says word for word in the text because I am putting the text in my own words. So now it's time to explain. This shows that the illustrations and text show the reader the different parts of the setting. Okay, let's reread. The plot of this story, the setting is very important to the plot of this story. How does the illustration help you understand more about the setting in the story? The illustration helps me understand more about the setting because it shows where the merchant was traveling. On page 94, it says that they traveled through deserts, mountains, and valleys. This shows that the illustrations and text show the reader different parts of the setting. And that's how I use the illustrations, and the text to help understand the text better.